To get back to China for just a moment and the trade situation, the latest development there, China asking the WTO for permission to retaliate against the U.S., and this is regarding an anti-dumping case. So it seems somewhat separate, although, of course, related to the tariff back and forth. What can you tell us about that situation and how it plays into the rest of the trade discussions?
Well, two things. First and foremost, President Trump criticizing the World Trade Organization in that exclusive interview with Bloomberg News just a couple of weeks ago with John Micklethwait, in which he said that the World Trade Organization was something that he really would take a look at. He was criticizing it. But the second point that I would make is that you're seeing China go to the WTO. You've also seen the European Union and European nations also draw towards the World Trade Organization. That seems to be the type of leverage that these countries argue that they have, particularly as the president is threatening $200 billion worth of additional tariffs against the Chinese. But the last point that I would make is that if you go into states like Ohio, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and you talk to members of unions, the 40 or 70,000 voters who voted for previous President Obama and crossed over and voted for President Trump, many of the Republican pollsters and even some Democratic pollsters that I speak with argue that the issue of trade and trade deals works well for this administration as they attempt to try to get folks to the polls in the midterm elections. Because while many Republican lawmakers are concerned about the back and forth with China, their constituents aren't as concerned. NAFTA is something that folks on the left have criticized, for example, as well as on the right.